Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Vega Squadron's turn to pick.
Shadow Fiend.
Team Liquid's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, back. Welcome back here to more coverage here of the Starladder EU. I'm Odie Pixel, and I'm here with my boy Rhyme. Well, the draft is well underway, and Rhyme, how you doing, Rhyme?
Doing completely fine, I believe.
That's good.
They change it up. They
do.
ban the Tusk first. They get the same Shadow Fiend first pick. Team Liquid decide to pick up the Dazzle even earlier than before, and they pick up Bane for Vega. So, I think they want to have a hero that's a little bit better at kind of helping Shadow Fiend in the middle lane. They're still going to ban Undying, so they're still worried about that.
I mean, I do love the first pick Dazzle. I mean, it's just so good for Liquid. Kuroki was just insane. I get a lot of it was down to the fact that he did get a lot of space. We saw him pretty much sit top, and as you remember saying that there was a point where he was level 8, the supports of Vega were level 4, but it totally worked out for them, just giving the Dazzle that space, getting him a good timing on the medallion, and then in the fights that kind of ensued after it, Kuroki was just an absolute terror for Vega to deal with, and they just couldn't. They didn't kill him at all by the end of the game. And just the combination with the Ursa as well. I mean, that's the question here. Do you even think about banning out the Ursa, or do you feel a little bit more confident with the control now that you have got that Bane?
Yeah, but, you'd feel a little bit more confident if you have the Bane, but Shadow Demon was very good a hero against the Ursa anyway, so maybe they do feel a bit worried about it. But it was more so, it wasn't really like they were intentionally leaving Dazzle in lane, it was just a very natural progression. As soon as Ursa went for the Roche, Dazzle just kind of filled in that role. So, and it just felt like they had 4 cores when Vega were running off like 1.5, so... But yeah, they ban out the Ursa, they don't want that to happen again. Bearman is very scary indeed.
Yeah, totally understandable after the last game's performance. And, Liquid now with their bans, so they banned out the Solo Lina. I like that one. Vega, they're very good with the hero. Solo always gets really decent timing on the farm. Obviously works very nicely with the Bane as well. And also makes life a little harder for the Dazzle. You know, you've got to be very early with the Graves if you're worried about huge burst damage coming through.
If we're going into bonus time, they might want to ban Ember or something like that. I could see Vega trying to pick that up for the safe lane. Even though they do have Dazzle, which is kind of good against Ember, I think they might still be interested in getting rid of it. I'm just looking at what Team Liquid are going to want to pick. I think you might end up seeing a Gyro for them this time, because of the way these picks have worked out. I'm kind of curious. I think this Quap is almost definitely going to be middle again, but Bane might be a bit of a deterrence for that.
Okay. I guess, as you said, at least Liquid have got the option if they want to switch around. They ban out the clock again. They really don't like the clock, and they will pick up the Juggernaut. I mean, that's a hero that we obviously saw Vega ban out against Liquid, so they don't really want to have a game of the SF where he's got to worry about the Juggernaut. And I mean, Juggernaut, smart pick here from Liquid.
I think so. The Omnislash is very good at making sure Shadow Fiend dies. He's just generally good at in lane. He's quite scary with Blade Fury. It's difficult to pick an offlaner that will feel comfortable laning against him, even 1v1, after Juggernaut has a bit of an advantage. He's very good at taking Roche, he's good at keeping his team healed and pushing towers. You might even see Vega decide to just pick up an AA or something, straight up. It's not the best support duo with Bane, but it might actually just be necessary against the Dazzle and Jug. Then you'll see them. Okay, they pick up the Ember. Okay. And now you might actually see AA as well, because that's generally quite good with AA and Ember laning together.
Oh, now we'll see what Liquid do in terms of response to the Ember. They've got to go for lockdown, surely. If you're worrying about Ember Spirit, at the moment, what have they got to stop him? Literally nothing, unless Fado, of course, gets a good timing on the Orchid. Ember's going to be all over the shot there with the Remnants. I mean, anyone that comes to mind here that's been forgotten so far in the draft that can deal with an Ember?
Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker's in the game. Useful. There's Beastmasters. It's just going to be interesting if Liquid want to pick up a support with that Dazzle to kind of put more pressure on middle. They might even try and run like support Spirit Break or something like that, because you can run almost anything you like if you have a decent laner like Jug and a very good defensive support like Dazzle. It kind of leaves your second support position like really open, because your safe lane isn't going to be contested. Yeah, they pick up Magnus.
Oh, the Magnus Jug combination. I'm looking at Vegas like that. Surely they're thinking about the Darkseer. Darkseer's not been touched yet this draft. It's going to be great once the Ember gets his Battle Fury online.
Very greedy though.
Reckon?
Yeah, trying to get
okay.
a Dazzle to Darkseer to get a large amount of farm versus Juggernaut Dazzle is going to be quite difficult, because they can always just like heal out the creep waves if Darkseer tries too hard to push with Iron Shell, and if he has Surge, which will be nice to keep him alive, but as soon as Juggernaut hits 6, that lane becomes terrifying. They pick up Beastmaster instead. Okay, this hero is a bit more happy not having like the fast mech and mana boots that you need on Darkseer, say.
Yes.
He's fine working with like, if he just gets like Necro 1, he'll be happy. But for now, he'll just be their hero that disables the Jug with the Roar, so they have something to cancel TPs through the Blade Fury and things like that. And if they ever do get a bit of an advantage, they can just go push with Necro Books and a Shadow Fiend mech, which is really what Liquid are kind of afraid of here. Okay, they ban the Venge, so they don't want people getting swapped out of grips and things like that, so I feel a bit more concerned about that. So I'm just wondering if Liquid pick up another support or a middle hero.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, do you go for something like the Disruptor this game?
It's good versus Ember, but it's not so good to when there's a Shadow Fiend just sitting in front of your tower, just kind of bopping away. So I think maybe they want to do something that like just lets them initiate fights. Rather
what about
than
a Shaker?
Shaker could be okay, but he doesn't really do too much in terms of zoning out Beastmaster, and he isn't very good at dealing with the Shadow Fiend. You do have a Quap, so Fissure with quality, things like that, that makes the Shadow Fiend kind of scared, but he's going to have a hard time getting off the ground in terms of his farm. But they've only got 5 seconds left, so Sven stands ready.
So this is, I mean, how is this being run? What are we seeing from Liquid here with this? What looks to be a 4-core lineup. The way that Kuroki played is like a 5-core lineup here with the carry Dazzle coming over from game 2. I mean, this looks fantastic. But how are they going to lane this? Is taking a step back? Is Sven taking a step back, or is Jug taking a step back?
I think Juggernaut will almost definitely be farming, and
10 seconds remaining.
because he's not really so good as a support anymore. He has quite a lot of trouble getting stuff done, because in the time when he was good, he was often picked up with like Skywrath support, so they would actually just run around as 2, Concussive Shot and Blade Fury, and they would just slow people from 2000 range for 50% and then Blade Fury them down. Both of those heroes have been a bit changed since then. Although Sven carry would be decent in and of itself, but they might just want to keep it as a stun and for the Warcry, so he'll still do his job.
Last pick here for Vega, still looking for that second support. Almost certainly what Solo's going to be playing as well.
I'd be interested to see if it might be something like AA, but it will be difficult to get both level 6 on Bane and something like AA. Or something coming out for them. Okay, they pick up AA.
You bang on. You bang on. AA. Okay, so something to deal with the heal, something to deal with the Dazzle, for sure. A very nice pick. And a pick that sometimes does get forgotten in these drafts. And I wonder how much Liquid will be kicking themselves for the fact that Vega do get it. Because it does look, as you say, it's really good against some of their heroes.
Yeah, but as long as Liquid hit the initiation with RP and Sven stun or whatever, the AA is not very good at punishing like Queen of Pain and Sven in the early game for when they want to do dives, because AA is just not going to have his levels, so he needs to be focused on bot lane. So he's going to be making sure that Magnus has a bad day, provided Magnus is off lane, of course. So Liquid taking a long time, so Matumba Man is going to be playing the jug, so he is going to be hitting the creeps. So Sven support. This will be interesting.
10 seconds.
This is it's going to be a very short. I guess it's beefy. The war cry is going to be nice for the pushes. It's going to be nice to follow up the RP with a nice reliable stun. I mean, the team fight is certainly going to be there. But let's have a look how this one pans out.
It's almost entirely for the war cry, I think.
Prepare for battle.
And we have it game 3 between the sides of Vega and Team Liquid. And as we can see, the heroes that everyone's going to be playing, as expected, Mag is going to be on that solo lane Beastmaster, no one on the mid lane SF. Slayer himself will be on that Bane solo. He's going to be playing the AA Pasha on his Ember Spirit. And Liquid, this time, switching it around a bit. You're going to see Kuroki Sven. Jarax is going to be the man rocking the Dazzle. Fighter on his crop again, Matumba Man farming on the Jug, and Mind Control on that solo lane Magnus. And they're actually going to look for an attempt here with this smoke.
Vega surely have to be a bit more careful here.
They really do. They come around this tree line.
Oh, Seema. Oh, he couldn't get the sleep off.
He's trying to do his best here. Blade Fury comes through, and this is going to be your first blood. The slows onto him.
Maybe not. He is very quick, and he does have boots first. They have to just give up on this.
Okay. Spoke too soon. Cast a curse. He's fine.
Yeah, he's just going to walk away. So 5-man smoke. Sven stun dropped. Queen of Pain, they know she has Shadow Strike. Well, they're just going to fight him a little bit more, but Ember skill chains level 1, so they might actually just try and kill Jarax here. They know he has Dazzle. They don't know he doesn't have Grave, so
The battle begins.
no fights here.
A little bit scared. Don't say the bottom bounty runes. Top rune will be taken by no one. But a better start for the side of Vega in the sense that they don't lose anyone here. And boots Bane. The trick to deal with that kind of action.
Yeah, you just walk away. You let them stun you, you miss the Nightmare, but it doesn't matter. And no one is going to be really happy getting this bounty rune compared to the last game where he was kind of left alone almost, and he got nothing in the first group wave, and it was only in the second and third that he actually managed to get any CS. And he's already getting some with this Bane kind of zoning out the Guap. Yeah, he's going to be doing really well in this middle lane in comparison to last time.
Cole's going to have a pretty tough time indeed. Top lane as well. Mag against Mind Control. Mind Control, I guess he's got the Empower to help him out with the CS, but I don't know. It can't be a fun lane to go up against this Beastmaster.
Yeah, I would say that Magnus is okay against Beastmaster, but he doesn't really have a way of getting rid of them until a Shockwave gets a lot higher, and then you're using Shockwave on the boars rather than getting any CS. So, and Beastmaster has a ridiculous 68 base dam. He doesn't have any stat items and he's hitting for 68 at level 2. So, just to even barely keep up, he has to skill Shockwave or Empower level 1. Do anything.
And then as well, no one just forcing Quap back. 1 for 5, 2 for 4, so still we're kind of even here. But still being able to take some stuff away from the Shadow Fiend. Bottom lane, Kuroki looking for action there, roaming around with his Stormer Hammer at the ready. And they're going to send Bane down here as well. So ready to see if they can maybe do something off the back of this. Just getting the right clicks in onto Kuroki. It's going to be always very hard to go on anyone this trial lane. And well, Matumba Man moving in very aggressively onto Pasha. And this could be your first blood. The sleep will come out. Oh, that denied.
That was quite fortunate.
Very nicely played there by the Bane. Because that, yeah, Matumba Man's going to be a bit ticked off with that.
So now if he wants to do that again, he has to use his Mango, so... Pasha's really not happy about how this lane's going though. He's only 1 and 0 compared to the 9 of 4 of the Jug, so... There's a... Chilling Touch popped and Jarax is getting killed. He's just dead to that. There's nothing he can do about that. Kirk is going to be DD and might look to try and gank the Shadow Fiend, but he doesn't have boots, so he's going to need to come in from behind the tower. He's going to see Shadow Fiend maybe raising this camp. Well, Shadow Fiend's just going to right-click it for him. Maybe you'll see Fata trying to blink over. And they might just be able to kill him before he gets to his tower.
And we'll see if they can set this up. Yeah, straight in. Storm Hammer, and as you said, the DD on Kuroki is going to do work. He's going to be enough. Oh, look at these swipes. Absolutely. He's got a Southern. Well, He'll get a good tick of it through before the Shadow Strike does cancel it. So he should be fine here. Kuroki still hanging around for more. Hasn't got enough, of course, for the second Stormhammer. They're trying to man fight. Solar turns up. They'll force the blink back here on the Quap. And Kuroki now forced to back up as well. So, unfortunately, unable to find a kill there with that action.
Yeah, just Liquid are just, even with that one rotation, they forced 2 support into the middle lane. It means Pasha's left even more alone. Pasha just buying a Stout Shield after his Ring of Protection just so he can be a little bit more happy getting harassed by this Dazzle, but Jug has got all the Venom now. He's going to be looking towards getting his Phase Boots, and this, I don't see a way that Ember's going to really get anything in the next even 5 to 10 minutes, because there's no reason for Liquid to move. They're really happy with this lane setup, provided that Quap doesn't start losing heavily to Shadowfiend, and actually that is happening. She's got 10 denies, but Shadowfiend's got 11, and she's got 6 CS, but he's got 15. So Shadowfiend's getting his bottle now. He can start controlling runes, he can do just fine, but Mind Control gonna have to pop his Mango. He might get the skewer. Oh no, he's dead. That's a solo kill from Mag onto Mind Control.
This is a great start. I mean, yeah, this is just Mag outplaying the Magnus.
Indeed.
At this point.
It's a really hard lane for Magnus though. He's got 16 CS. I think he's got bottle and tangos on Courier. He bought those tangos just to survive a little bit more. Okay, Seema's getting gone on. He's gonna get spun by the Jug maybe.
This time I don't think the boots are gonna save him. He'll turn around with the brain set. I should find this. They do. Jerax, of course, getting the kill on the Dazzle. And Solar, yeah, he needs to be careful. They haven't come for the tree wave here, so he's not going to come round. There's a fair few of the side of Liquid hanging around this bottom lane. Pasha got a little bit of space, up to 10 CS, and they actually found the vision here. They got the stun onto Solo.
Minecraft needs to be very careful. Beastmaster's got Roar and he's got Axes up in a second.
These body blocks here with that illusion, making work happen. They'll actually nightmare the illusion here. They'll try and move in the cells. Chains onto 2. This is a lot of burn damage here. Kuroki will get Shallow Graves up. Matuma Man with the Blade Fury looking for Pasha kill, and he will find it. At the same time, Kuroki did end up going down to the Bane. Matuma Man finding with the Bane. There's a brain sap in a few seconds, but Matuma Man will salve up and be okay. So it'll be the 1-for-1 trade there, but it's a support spend for a carry Ember Spirit, and an Ember Spirit that wasn't having too much of a good time anyway.
Yeah, this Ember's getting punished really hard here. He's getting some levels, so maybe you'll see him get some stuff when he gets his bottle and his level 6. He might just be able to make things happen, but he's going to have a really hard time of it. Jug now picking up his Phase Boots now, so he's got Phase Boots when Ember has just boots. Seema just not happy with that, just brain sapping him to get him off.
Someone needs to be careful.
He's got a Mango, he's got Spin, and he might actually just go for a kill.
Okay, turns it around and straight on.
Oh, he didn't slight. There was a chance he could have got that off. He wasn't being careful about that brain sap.
And Kuroki can't dive this. Actually, the TP was cancelled there. But yeah, a bit of a mess down the bottom. 1-for-1 trade though, the core for the core.
Radiant's middle tower.
Still, I think, as you were saying earlier, mid lane, how's Father doing? He's managing to catch up in terms of levels, but CS-wise, still 10 behind that of no one.
Yeah, I think this is about as well as you can expect Quap to do against Shadowfiend if Shadowfiend has a good start. Father's doing a really good job at making sure he isn't getting like forced out of lane with razors or anything like that, so he's still going to remain relevant to be able to use his ulti in these coming fights, so... I'm just worried about Mind Control. He's actually starting to do okay now that he's got higher levels than Shockwave. And Mag is just picking up a Salve and his Staff of Wizardry, so he's going to be heading for that Necro Book rather than anything like Blink, so pretty standard from him. He's just being very annoying with his boar, but loses it in the process.
Bottom lane, no one.
No one hitting no one with his razors, so unfortunate for that. Ash is getting his levels.
Talking about levels, level 6 is on this Jug, and he's seeing if he can find someone with the Omni Slash.
Yep, they find this stack here, he's pinging it out. He might just run straight into... Yeah, he can. He might decide he can't, but... No.
He can.
Well, that is pretty much the worst thing that could have happened from this Jug rotation for Vega. Just one solo Jug running in and just killing your middle hero, so...
And that's, yeah, Matuma Man's going to be happy with that bit of action. And
now they're going to realise what was Shadowfiend doing here. He was farming the medium camp to go take his stacks afterwards. And then he finds Solo alone in the woods.
Is this worth bursting an ult for?
Yeah, I'd say this would be worth using an ult for, but they're just bottling up the Jug, so he has to spin. Seymour has found Jerax. He's only level 5, so no grip.
Oh! Dazzle's gone. Okay, they're not going to be able to do anything about this. In fact, they just got the kill on Solo. Solo was walking past, but they might not even find that. Getting more drop down by Matumba Man, trying to keep Fodder alive. There's a roar though. Mag's coming with the rotation. They'll pick up the quap. And I can't help but feel that was just, I don't know, Liquid just kind of hung around that camp, deciding what to do, and then didn't actually do anything.
I think there was a kind of miscommunication there. I think Fata really wanted Matumba Man to go and spin it or something like that. That's why he was bottling him. But they just really had no chance of doing that, given that Mag and Ember could just show up. And Ember didn't get a kill there, but he did get the XP and some of the AoE gold, so he's doing a bit better now. He's buying a bot bunk, but he's going to have to wait for no one to pick up his treads. No one's going to finish off the stack now, so he's doing pretty okay in terms of farm. Much better than he was doing in the game before. And Jerax is just sitting on the middle hill with a ward, so I don't know where he wants to go and place that. He probably wants just to have vision somewhere where the Shadow might go.
Bottom lane, Kuroki in with the stun, pasture. Ooh! Didn't even have a remnant out, didn't have the mana nonetheless. But that's how you kill an Ember Spirit.
It kind of feels like Mag and Shadowfiend are getting space literally at the expense of this Ember. Every single time they go and farm creep waves, okay, there's a grip top. Mind control is under attack.
He gets the skewer off here, but Mag with the final
he
chop.
keeps getting the skewer off, but Mag is more than happy to be brought with him.
It really is, with 1k
Mag, as soon
HP.
as he gets the Necro book, the smoke, so he's probably going to try and get involved in a fight or something like this, or maybe just push a tower and then hope that Liquid TP in one by one.
It looks like tower training is going to be on the menu here, tier 1 for bottom. And they'll look for the tier 1 top and mid as well. You know, no one's putting the pressure there, so this could be a favourable trade if they get away with it. We'll see if the side of Liquid can get themselves back over in time.
Okay, Pash is working out if he can actually safely farm the bot lane. He sees them warding, so they know that there's a ward in there in jungle.
Mass TP's on top. I won't be able to catch anyone though. Vega back themselves off. They're actually going to send no one up here as well. Maybe looking for some kind of a fight here. They will be fighting into RP and Omni Slash, so they do need to be a little bit careful here, Vega, how they decide to take this one.
Yeah, they're feeling a little bit apprehensive about this. Liquid are moving around to the side. They realise that if they just send Quap middle to hit the tower, that his time up here is limited. They might just get more out. Oh, he's got just run. He's a bit faster with his phase boots, but no, he turns around for a split second.
Yeah, this might not be the fight here. They've got to. Yeah, they don't want to do this. They do not want to do this.
He just wanted to get roared there. He realised that there was no way he died if he got roared, right? Because Vega just couldn't follow up, so he just lets himself get roared, and then that's on cooldown now. So Vega's just going to try and defend the middle.
They'll look to fight here. They have the sleep set up onto the fodder, but they're ready to follow it through.
Almost had a grip off, but Blink was up just beforehand. There's no one farming the spot lane for Vega. This is going to complete waste. I would really like to see someone move down here.
Actually
fortify for this as well, because mid lane, Matumba Man's he's got the Omni Slash. They've got to be very careful how close they come. SF's just backed up to clear up one of the camps.
Yeah, there's something going on top here. I'm not exactly sure what Vega are expecting. He's just trying to TP out, but Sven's just got stunned. Mag's dead.
Unnatural.
Solo's just on the run from Jug. Jug's got phase boots, and he should be able to catch him.
Yeah, Jerax is there as well. If Jerax can get himself in, hasn't really poison touch fires there. Solo, he may try and deny himself the creep snap. He realises he's a goner, and he certainly is. And that will go towards Fire. Never kill him for the quad. They'll take down the AA. And 7 for 7 at the moment. This game seems to be a bit of a mess, but it looks like slightly favouring Liquid at the point, the way that this is going.
I would say that if it was the Ember Spirit the one doing well instead of Mag, then I would say Vega are kind of happy, but Mag's finding it really hard to get anything done because Liquid are just letting him roar them, and they're just fine with the consequences of that. So we might need to get high levels at Necro or something like that just so we can force towers more. Because Liquid are just happy with the state of affairs. Jerax is now going to be given middle lane to get his level 6, and Fodder is going to just be farming the bot lane. And with that, Ember's going to see the quap, and he's going to realise that farming bot is extremely dangerous for him.
And Sonic Wave up and ready. They're going to send some more down here, Vega. You notice the fact that they didn't get the Fiend's Whip off before. They've got it ready now. They can get the catch onto quap. Go for it, but Fodder's playing it safe. Does not want to be caught out here on this lane.
He was
And
just kind of
backs
pushing
himself
out
off.
one creep wave and done. He's going for the Eels again, so pretty good against the... It's just a general safe item for Qualifier. Rather than going Ags first, which you usually want to get an Ags on Quap in a game like this because they're going to go BKB on Shadowfiend and things like that. You go Yules beforehand, so it kind of streamlines your build in a way.
Pasha, he's still got a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, that's the issue here really for Vega. It's Ember Spirit, poor first on net worth 2.5k.
Yeah, he's just trying to get what he can on bot lane. He realizes that he can't be ganked right now, so he's just going to try and push this tower a bit. Maybe see if he can force someone to be here and then jump back to his remnant, but just don't really care about that. They're more than happy just to farm up their Blink Dagger on Magnus, because he's not doing so well, and then run at the Bane. They found him.
Yeah, they news there, the pings came out. There'll be an Ice Blast coming in, and it's going to catch on to the Quap. She should be fine here, she won't tick down too low.
Okay.
And they don't actually lose anyone there, Vega. So Vega are able to keep each other alive.
Yeah, Liquid splitting up very quickly from that AA ulti. I thought they'll get hit, but no, they managed to get out of the trees in time.
No one worth noting, he's on top of the net mech, he's now level 11. So he has got that big rec room to blow in these team fights. But this time he's got to be a little bit more careful about it. So I guess the Stormhammer is going to be the big issue. The
he's
thing
going
that
to
may
pick up
be
a
saved
DD.
for it.
No, he's quite happy with this. Jarax is just trying to force out this Ember from bot lane, but he's not having success with it.
I mean, the Ember might not have farm, but he certainly still has the levels, level 8 at the moment. So can hold back that Dazzler. Jarax tries to go for something funky. Mag halfway towards his level 11. Mind Control, 1200 gold towards the Blink Dagger. And he's also got the Quap around if Mag tried to go for anything. Bottom lane, Bane and Solo moving forward with the Ember Spirit. So we'll see if anyone comes out here and they can get a jump onto someone like Jarax, because they might be able to find a kill here. And yeah. Alright. That's the way to do it. Just giving the old Fiend's Grip and easy kill for Vega.
Yeah, in the meantime though, they're giving Liquid time to farm 2 lanes. No one's farming Liquid's jungle currently, but that might change soon. I think Jug might be saving for Battle Fury, but I'm not so sure, because he's just sitting on 3k. They're just going to siege this tower with DD. They see the mech on Shadowfiend, so they'll be reluctant to try and defend it, so they're just going to try and trade top.
Ice Blast is flying through onto the top, mate. Look at the roar off, but Mind Control, is he actually in this? No, he's just outside of it. Doesn't matter though, with a Necro book, jeez. Melts through the Magnus. They'll get the deny as well. And the rest of Liquid, they've got to be careful how they jump into this one. Fada, he's got the Sonic Wave up in 15 seconds, but they're going to look for him. They're going to find him now. He blinks out. Blinks
Just
straight
gonna
out,
cut the
straight
creep
away.
wave here. But this won't do much to save the tier 1, but it might prevent a push onto the tier 2.
Timberman's
But
level 11
running
on this
around,
slash.
they see him with the
Yeah.
Hawk, so this would be very dangerous.
Oh, he's actually going to get slapped here.
No, they won't be able to get a Requiem off.
And here comes the wraparound. Kuroki and Fada, they're not going to jump for it. They're actually trying to get themselves out. Ice Blast is on point. But nothing else to continue against Kuroki with. So Kuroki's going to be fine, gets himself away. But the team's really just trying to react to each other as best as they can at this point. What we're seeing coming out onto your Shadowfiend, it's going to be Yasha now done for no one. So SF, I mean, this has got to be the scary thing for Liquid, the fact that SF is top of the net worth and he's had a pretty good start. And sometimes that's all you need as a Shadowfiend to be able to get to the point where you become a huge issue for the opponent.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well in terms of farm, but thing is, I'm not really sure that Shadowfiend, they can feel comfortable just having a super farm Shadowfiend against Omni Slash and Sven with his Warcry, because he's going to have a lot of trouble putting out enough damage to make them scared to go on him. He's going to have to keep playing off of these roars from the Beastmaster, and also people getting caught out from the Ember. Ember opting not to go for the Boots of Travel, his farm is pretty bad, so he's going to try and go for maybe Treads into Drum or something like that, or maybe just a casual Bracer just to keep him alive. Okay. Liquid are trying to play more around their own Ancients. They're going Battle Fury on Jug now, so he's going to have it after this Ancient stack.
Jarax here just going for a quick D-Wall, but again, the Fiend's Grip, so much hate for this Dazzle. Every time they see him, Jarax getting Fiend's Grip, they'll try and fight off the back of this. Sleep pop down onto Man. The Ice Blast onto 2, and they'll look for the Recommend. It's huge. Blows up the jug before he gets off the Omni Slash. Kuroki's got the debuff on him as well. They'll try and skew Mag away, but Kuroki's going to go down. Triple kill for no one. Now moving forward on the Ember, they get a 4th kill. Vega fighting beautifully off the back of that Ice Blast, and the fact that they blew up the jug straight away meant that Liquid just couldn't fight them.
Yeah, it's just now they're going to get Roche for free with this Beastmaster Aura and the Necrobook and Shadow Fiend's minus armor. Roche is going to die very quickly, and now they have even more Shadow Fiend problems when... Shadow Fiend was a problem before, but now he's just...
Yeah. You give him a triple kill, and you give him Roshan, and you give him Aegis. I mean, it's not great. Not great.
Yeah, they're taking these team fights. Like, they have a Magnus, but this Magnus doesn't have a Blink Dagger. He has level 1 Skewer, so he's just a walking Empower caster. That's all he can do. So I think they really need to wait for this Magnus Blink Dagger before they can actually do anything. Because their only way of controlling the Shadow Fiend was like running at him with a Queen of Pain with Yules, and then they didn't use... They like couldn't keep his Requiem up from going off when the Jug was running up to him. So I think what they had to do was wait with the Yules until Jug was about to run up to the Shadow Fiend, and then as soon as he comes out of Yules, then use the Omni Slash on him, because otherwise the Jog didn't have spin, so he had to run up to the Shadow Fiend and hope that he got the Omni off before the Shadow Fiend press ulti, and that didn't happen. He just got blown up before he even reached him. Yeah, Ember's going to pick up the drums now, so he's going to be kind of running the Poverty Ember build, so he just wants to make sure he gets his spells off, and then that's about it. He's not going to be the prime damage dealer in this team.
Kuroki, he's nearly got the mech. He's still trying to find that gold for the recipe on this Sven. And Vega will look for the tier 1. Let's see if they've got an answer here. 200 gold away from that Blink Dagger for the Magnus. And as you said in that last fight, they really need it. They need something that they can allow them to get the jump in. That's I think the tower gone.
I'm going to go for the tier 2 with this Necro 3. Like, Jug's picking up his Battle Fury, but this isn't going to help him fight. He just needs to be able to push bot wave, so he's going to try and split push a bit. But they pick up the Blink Dagger now on Magnus, so maybe if they get a good RP they have a chance to defend. They're not going to pop the Necro just yet. I don't think they even need to for this tower. Decision making from Mag to realise that they could save that, maybe even for a tier 3 push.
Manta now turn on no one. This is, yeah, we saw in the graph here, the swing was real. It's still only, it's only like 1k lead for them though. But it just really feels that the momentum's huge. The fact that a lot of this net worth's on the Shadow Fiend as well is a huge problem here for the side of Liquid.
Yeah, I think that all this net worth being on the Jug and the Quap means that neither of them are able to really kill the Shadow Fiend in these fights. As you saw, Jug tried to, but he kind of got blown up. And Quap really blinked on him and then realised, I can't fight this guy, and then he had to Yules him immediately and then run away. So Quap's going to now go for something, with maybe Ags or BKB, probably Ags I'd still say, but maybe BKB to actually blink into Necrobooks and not actually die immediately. Okay, they're going to TP the Ember down here. He immediately jumps back to his Remnant because he forgot to place a Remnant before he jumped. So he isn't able to push the bot creep wave. So this might limit the time that they're able to spend on top lane.
I guess the saving grace really for the side of Liquid is the fact that they've got the wombo combo. If they hit an RP on some of these key heroes and get the Omni Slash off of the Empower on Matumba Man and Kuroki, they can still melt through the side of Vega, but they just need that perfect team fight, which so far they've just had a lot of trouble trying to find.
Yeah, this Beastmaster is going to try and interfere with this. He might try and find the Magnus out with a Hawk or something like that, or they just have only one hero really hitting the tower, so an RP isn't really what you're going to need to initiate. You're going to have to rely on that as a counter initiation. So I don't know who you're going to want to send in first, but maybe Sven? He just has to run in and go for a stun.
Pasha, he's going to slide this, there's a roar, there's your RP onto Mag, they'll get the Fiend Scream onto Matumba Man. Skewer will cancel it here, and they're starting the fight off. The Omni Slash does come out, bouncing around with the Sonic Wave as well, but they've lost the Quap. They're going to lose Mind Control as well. No, he's got the Shallow Grave. Mind Control's going to be kept alive. Matumba Man getting kited and getting taken down. Double kill for Mag here, they're moving in for more, they'll get the right click for no one. It's the third kill for Vega. And that time, the RP, it wasn't ideal. They got it onto one. They did manage to cancel the grip from Bane, but still, they lose so much Liquid. And they're unable to find anything again. Mag, just with these double kills, with these roars, playing every fight absolutely beautifully. And this could be potentially a set of racks here if Liquid don't have anything to stop. But they don't have a fortification.
They don't have any buybacks. They might actually just... Yeah, they're going to take the set of racks quite easily. Okay, so Mag he blinked in, got an RP on a Beastmaster who'd already used his Roar, and then cancelled the Fiend's Grip. And then as soon as they cancelled the Fiend's Grip, the Juggernaut went in to fight the Shadow Fiend, and then realised that he couldn't fight the Shadow Fiend and just died. So, all in all, he didn't. The effect of the Magnus was minimal. So, really, it's really hard to play Magnus in a game like this where your team is almost entirely focused around getting a good RP. Because if the enemy are conscious of it, as they were, like they were completely spread around the jungle. So there was at no point could he RP 2 heroes, so he just had to settle for RPing 1, and it was the Beastmaster. Maybe if he'd got an RP off on the Shadow Fiend, it would have been better, but then he wouldn't have been able to get the Skewer off onto the Bane. He's left with really, really hard decisions to make in these fights. Okay.
Nope. Straight up CPF from Jerax, yeah. He's not wanting to play with Pasha. Not giving that one a chance at all. I mean, we see on the graph, the swing's starting to be... We're now at a 10k lead for the side of Vega. And it's... Yeah, this Shadow Fiend... We talk about it in the draft. I mean, we're talking about a lot of drafts. Radiant Shadow Fiend proving that this game... as strong as ever. If obviously in the first game they tried it, Liquid did have an answer. But the draft this time just hasn't really got off the floor here for Liquid, it seems like. And they're just having trouble at this point trying to fight into Vega regarding how many items some of the cores on Vega have. Yeah, like, we're talking about the AA quite a lot in the draft and how it might be useful, but it's actually, like, he's just kind of an accessory. He's not even been needed for these kills sometimes. It's nice to have the Ice Blast, but he hasn't really been a crucial factor. It's more been the fact that Shadow Fiend and the Beastmaster have done really, really well this game. And I'd have to say the most important thing this game was the fact that this Magnus couldn't do anything in the early game. His blink was extremely late because he got solo killed in lane, and then his tower got pushed, and then they really found it extremely difficult to fight. And they took several fights without the blink dagger, and that delayed it even more because he was dying in these fights. So, they're just going to be happy just sitting sieging the tier 2, and then the tier 3 afterwards with the Necrobook. Yeah, Mind Control's had such a tough game. 5 deaths, 1 assist, he's second lowest on the net worth. It's not been great for Magnus. Like, it's all well and good just having, like, mana boots and mech on Sven, but he can't do anything. The Warcry just isn't doing enough, the mech isn't being effective, and he's often on the complete other side of the fight from his Jug, when Jug is fighting the Shadow Fiend, so... Yeah... Okay, they're wrapping around though. They might be able to get a pick off on the AA, which will be quite important. And this could be the fight. If they can get this RP onto the 3, then the fairly great up. There it is, onto 2 with the Sonic Wave as well. Oh, double kill from the Timberman. This is the way they need to start the fight, but no one still gets off the Requiem. He's trying to fight this here against the 3 of them, punching away at the Timberman, but he's got a lot of armor. No one can't really do anything. In fact, he needs to maybe get himself out. They've already lost 3 here on the side of Vega. This could be the comeback fight that Liquid needed. They're moving on to no one. Jarrett's getting low, but he's got the Shallow Grave. They'll do the damage here. They'll be bashing away, slicing him down. They'll get the kill. The Death Requiem not enough to quite bring anyone down on Liquid, and Solo all on his own. They've found him as well. He's in a lot of trouble. The 3 of them close in. It's going to be a team wipe. Matumba Man with a second double kill there in that fight. Beautiful RP, and we saw exactly that combo that we talked about. Just getting 1 RP, the empower damage with the Omni Slash and the Battle Fury, just ripping through the heroes of Vega, and then suddenly things starting to look a little bit better for the side of Liquid. In fact, a lot better after a fight like that. Yeah, for just a period of 20 seconds, Vega just were a little bit relaxed about where the positioning of Liquid was, and then they get hit by a smoke gang, 2 people get RP'd, they lose 2 vitally important heroes, and then it's just left with Jug fighting the Shadow Fiend, but this time, he's got a Sven next to him, and there's no way ALT. So, the Jug just wins that man fight. He didn't even need Omni Slash or anything like that, because he's just happy fighting with his, like, plus maybe 30 armor from the mech and the, Warcry. Shadow Fiend just can't kill the Jug in that situation. And if you get team fights like that, you can almost kill the Shadow Fiend every time. So, Ash is going to be going for his Battle Fury. He's maybe 1,000 gold off it. And he's going to have access to the enemy jungle. So he's going to be pretty good in terms of fun for the next few minutes. I'm just looking at Vega. They're just managing to get this spot lane pushed. Shadow Fiend going for a Satanic. Not necessarily the best for man fighting the Jug, but he's just going to be staying alive, so they just don't want him to get picked off at the beginning of the fight and then not having much to go on, because he is the hero that they have to team fight around. Like, without the Shadow Fiend, all this Ember, this Beastmaster, they can't actually do anything, because they kind of have to interfere with an ongoing fight, which needs to be with the Shadow Fiend hitting a tower, then the enemy goes on the Shadow Fiend, and then Beastmaster goes and roars someone, or Ember goes in and drops his spells on someone. But they can't really just, like, expect to go in with a roar on one person and then
Like, they might just get force stuffed out or graved or something like that. They have to go into an already beginning fight. Fatus just being annoying. He's about to get his level 16. He's got his Aghanim, so he's quite good at pushing out these creep waves, and they really don't want to let Vega get more than 2 creep waves on 2 lanes kind of pushing into the base at the same time, because then they're going to have problems defending it, because then they could deal with like split pushing Necrobook or something like that, or Ember could go with his Remnant. So yeah.
I mean, no one at this point with the Satanic, and I guess next after the Satanic you look to go back for the damage item really on this Shadow Fiend, or are we going to see the Skadi still come out still looking to tank?
I think after the Satanic you might want to see maybe, I'd like to see, it depends if there's going to be a solo crest going up anytime soon. Okay, it doesn't seem like there is, so maybe just a Butterfly or something like that on the Shadow Fiend would be good. Pasha, he's almost got his Battle Fury, he's getting very close. Lane's getting pushed out by these Shadow Fiend illusions, and I think Liquid are grouping up to get ready to smoke. These Shadow Fiend illusions are going to make it difficult for them to do that. They ping back the tower, so they're going to go back to the tower and maybe get ready.
Yeah, they could have prepared themselves for the defense. They've got all the ults up again, so they could look to try and get that combo that pretty much held them in the game last time. But I'm sure Vega will be a little bit more careful about how they approach this. It's certainly going to be harder to burst down some of these big ones. The Aegis and Satanic ready to go on no one.
Yeah, they need to be quite vigilant to make sure that their AA and Beastmaster don't get initiated on, because if that happens, they have a really hard time taking a fight.
Let's just skew on to no one. Separating Barry to him away from the rest of the team. Ice Blast flies through. Actually committing the stun there from Kuroki. Not wanting to go on him as of yet. Waiting to see who the best target is, but they're losing the racks here, and that's going to be the racks gone. Ember gets himself out no one. It's a Requiem just to keep them at bay. I guess making sure no blinking is there from the Magnus. But it's right on the tip. Searing Chains holds back Matumba. He'll Blade Fury them off. But that's going to be that, and Vega are going to be totally fine with that. They take the set of racks, and they don't even need to lose the Aegis for it.
Yeah, they're just going to wait for the next Necrobrick and push the next racks, I think. And they pick up a Solar Crest on AA, and there's no sign of an MKB or anything like that on Liquid, so this Shadow Fiend is going to be incredibly difficult to kill. There's a DD top rune, so maybe they're going to pick this up on the Beastmaster or give it to the Ember. Yeah, he's going to bottle that up on the Ember. So they just skewered in the SF, and he just walked away. After the skewer, they didn't have any... There wasn't a Sven stun available. They didn't feel confident going in with
I think that was the thing. I swear the stun was available, but he didn't use it.
Yeah, I think they just didn't want to commit onto the Shadow Fiend at that point.
Oh, they committed onto this guy. Oh, nice change. It's just saved there by Pasha. Holding them back.
Yeah, I think if he popped Manta immediately, he could have got that kill, but... I'm just looking, they're just going to be content pushing the lane again. Mag's going to boots a travel into his Hawk, and he's just going to be sitting in these trees. So he's got a Roar ready, and he's going to be at the back lines. So he might pick off this Dazzle, say, at the beginning of the battle. He's got his Necro 3 ready, he's got his Roar. Yep, there we go. Immediately blinks on him.
Straight onto Jerax. There's your Ice Blast as well. They get the skewer in. Jerax still get off the Shallow Grave. Mind Control finding the RP, but it's only onto no one. Brain Step as well, bring Mind Control. And one more right click should put him beyond the Dio buff, and he does. He pops the Ice Blast. The slide there, bringing Dazzle down as well. Kuroki's in trouble. Kuroki trying to get himself out to the high ground. Mag beginning to chase here. They've lost the Bane, but I don't think they'll mind here. It's a double kill from Matumba. They're trying to turn Liquid, but they'll lose Kuroki here. Gems now hitting the deck. The fight's still continuing. Matumba moving on to Pasha. Remnants himself down. Sonic Wave bringing Pasha low, but Pasha's fine. He's going to be kept alive there as the mech was popped by no one. Matumba will blink away along with the Quap. So a 3 for 2, but it is purely the 2 supports going down on Vega, and it was 2 supports and a core. They'll actually buy back now on Kuroki's fair. They realize they've got to get themselves back in the game. No one still holds the Aegis. He's still got that Satanic, didn't need to pop it. And now with the Manta, the push continues. They do have a fort, and they'll use it. Fort comes out. Matumba blinking in on this one with the Manta style as well, trying to fight. They'll look for the Requiem. He's trying to get it off. No, he's lost the mana. He's going to go out, and he's going to go down. That's going to be the Aegis gone here.
I think he might just be dead twice.
And looks to be the Storm out of the slide. The Sonic Wave, though, brings him down dead for 70 seconds.
Extremely overconfident trying to fight without his A ready and his Bane.
Ice Blast isn't going to catch anyone. Ice Blast actually gets whiffed there. Mind Control's got a skewer onto Pasha. There is a Remnant.
Pasha doesn't have mana to jump to his Remnant. He just popped Flame Guard, so he can't jump to that.
Vada's chasing. Flame Guard still protecting Pasha, but with these right clicks. Oh, the Roar. The Roar! He turns around for the slide. The right clicks with the ball. Can they kill Vada? No. Vada gets the blink off.
If he doesn't pop Necro, he can't kill him during the Roar.
And here's your Necro out now, and there's going to be a shallow grave. Fighter's going to be fine. Blinks away. Liquid looking to escape.
Gonna pay for his sins, though.
Mag with the army takes him down. Ice Blast isn't going to hit onto anyone, but the rest of Liquid are running back. The Necro army, Mag just single-handedly forcing Liquid back into their own base. Solo and the Slayer have turned back up.
Now, what was really good about that fight before they pushed the high ground was that, well, for Liquid anyways, they took the fight outside of base, so there was no direct consequence of them like losing rank, say, after losing maybe 2 heroes, as there was on the bot fight. Because they took the fight inside their own base, and as soon as one hero died, they lost ranks immediately. Okay, Seema's just gonna be dead.
Some new slash from Matumba. Makes
and he's gonna catch solo as well. He has Diffusal Blade. I don't know if he wants to chase this though. He does want to chase this.
He wants the kill. Is he?
This TP can be cancelled.
And he's paying for that one. There's an Ice Blast, but he's gone. He does have buyback though, but maybe not worth there from the Juggernaut. I guess he got two kills for giving away your life. That's quite a crucial point.
Yeah, but that could have been 1 kill and not giving away your life. So I'm really chasing that AA was a bit. I don't know. It was very close on the TP though. So maybe if he TP'd out like right before he killed the AA and then killed the AA with the rest of the spin, then he might have been able to get out. But there's a Shivas on Quap, so this is quite important. This would mean the Shadow Fiend has even more trouble life-stealing from a Satanic or bursting the Jug. So is there a buyback on this Jug? There is. But he has no Omni Slash.
Just catching up Pasha. And that's back.
Vega's probably going to wait out this weave before they try again. They used Necrobook as well, so they might want to go for the next Roche. There's a DD rune on bot, so this would be good for almost any one of Vega's cores.
Yeah, they'll probably give it here to this Steph, who's now working his way towards that butterfly. But it's certainly looking like, I mean, at this point, it's going to be hard for Liquid to come back in. They really need to hope that Vega take a bad fight and that Liquid can again find a huge RP. Because 1 Rax left, it's not great for them.
Yeah, almost the only way that they can actually come back in this game, I think, is if they wipe them when they push the base, wipe them when they push the base again, take Roche, wipe them with the Aegis, and then go look to take all the tier 2s, and then maybe a Rax. But I think the chances of like them even being able to leave the base with a Beastmaster with Boots of Travel and a Necrobook in the game are very low. They're going to have to look just to play every single defensive team fight perfectly. Magnus realizing he's not actually able to do that much by himself, so he just picks up lads for his Jug. He is just an accessory to this Juggernaut.
He's pretty much, just in charge of buffing him up and doing what he can to provide the team with something with the limited amount of income that Mind Control has at this point. And Fun actually went on to Mag. He'll turn around, bro. We'll TP out. No one's going to lose their life here.
Oh, Pasha might be okay here. I think Karosi's going to barely not get this done.
Yeah, Pasha pops the drum, says I'm out. He's done. He's out of there. No one with the DD. Doesn't look like they'll be able to fight with it. We've got half the duration left, but not going for anything at this point. And what's the net worth difference looking like? Still around this 10k mark that's leveling off. So Liquid, they just have to play so smartly now, and as you said, they've got a few kind of win conditions that they're going to need to tick before they're able to turn this around.
Yeah, Fada's reduced to using his ulti on the top creep wave, so he's not getting that much farm for it because he gets less gold in these mega creeps, and he's just showing on the map the entire time. So Vega know where he is at all times, and they know that they can move around the map together. And now Butterfly is picked up on Shadow Fiend. No MKB on Matumba Man, so defending this next push might be a bit rough.
Oh, pardon?
Oh, he just
blinks in on this. He
There's
is
no
really
punishment
going
for
for
him
it.
doing this, I think. Yeah. He just blinks in and then keeps a remnant, and as long as he doesn't get bursted during the Sven stun, provided it's even able to hit him, which I doubt, he's going to be completely fine. Mag is just kind of pushing out the middle lane constantly with boars, just being really annoying. There's a remnant here for Ember, I guess he wants to show up. And there's a Necro available on Mag. I think they might just try and push in one more creep wave with the Shadow Fiend on top, and then see if the Roche is up. And if the Roche is up, they're going to try and do that, but if it isn't, they might just push anyway.
But just pushing this one back. Solo. On top of the Solo crest. 1k gold, just really building something. They're looking for Roche here, really, Vega. I guess at this point, play it safe. It's going to be up in a minute. One of the, well, kind of halfway through. What was it, like 10-minute respawn that one's going to be. So 1 minute time. Roshan will be there. Liquid, they'll be sure to contest it. And it does finally come back around.
Yeah, Shadowfiend's going to TP middle now. So he's going to clear the creep with mid, and then he's going to walk around to Roche, and they're going to get ready for this. Liquid realize they need to be 5 men around this, and maybe if they get a buff on any of these Vega heroes in their jungle, this will facilitate Roche for them, but it's up as 5. Silverman isn't, so I think someone pinged that. They realize that Mag might not be here. Mag is just going to TP middle, and he's going to run straight down mid lane. So if they realize that Liquid go Roche, he might just pressure middle. Oh, Ember.
Oh!
Straight RP on him.
Oh! He did not run to Remnant there.
Yeah, before they go Roche though, they need to deal with the creep wave in middle, because otherwise there's a high risk that they might just lose Rax to a Beastmaster or something like that. So this mid lane is a constant concern for them.
Very unfortunate Remnant there from Ember Spirit, putting him out of the game for a minute.
Yeah,
especially when that minute is going to be when Roshan's up, and I, by the looks of it, Liquid are going to be able to take this, and I don't know if they'll be able to stop them without the Ember.
Yeah, without the Ember Spirit, or even with the Ember Spirit, I think Liquid are stronger in teamfights, provided they have the RP, but they don't have it right now, so they're kind of important. It's crucial that they pick off maybe Mag or something at the start of the fight, and they don't lose their Dazzle, as happened in the... So, Dazzle's probably going to be playing a lot more careful, and they need to have the Sven near the jug at all times. Okay, no one's just going to start hitting the Roche. They pop the Necro Book for this. There's an active weave on the Shadow Fiend, so this might
I guess on the plus side, there is no RP. Oh, they'll skewer no one up to the high ground. Minecraft still takes so much damage to force him down. There'll be the Shadow Grave onto Minecraft. He's going to look for the TP out. The Ice Blast flies through. They get off the Requiem. Fighter, he's able to blink himself away. The Roar there coming out from Mag, holding back Kuroki. The Sleight of Fist as well, but the armor for the weave ticking up. Liquid are fairly strong. Are they strong enough to continue to fight? Kuroki getting himself out of this one. They'll look to chase down the Fighter Quap. Fighter will blink himself away. So will the Jug. They'll blink themselves out. Magnus, the only casualty there of that fight.
Oh, Jarax.
Okay. Yeah, Jarax stuck around a little bit too long, so they will find 2. And that's going to be the space for them to get Roche. And this is bad for the side of Liquid. 2 heroes down. When the lanes are pushing in.
Or maybe he tries to go for this? No. No way. Okay, they give the Aegis to the Ember, and Shadowfiend, yep. Shadowfiend picks up the cheese, so... They're going to need to push out this creep wave middle. He's just going to AOT that creep wave. By creep wave. And they have Necrobook up in 30 seconds, but I don't think they're even going to wait for that. They're just going to set up shop outside the base and start hitting on these racks.
Yeah, we are going to see the heroes back in time, and there is an RP available. Fortification is ready and waiting, so they may have a chance to hold before Megas.
needs to pick up his MKB. He can't afford to save buyback here.
They've got to do something. They've got to do something big. Sonic Wave comes out. Fighter's trying his best to the front lines. They're keeping the racks alive for the time being. Kuroki moves in. The Stormhammer, but it's going to be Remnant away. Look at the Roar out. There's your RP. It is on to the here, but they can't follow it up. The mech comes out. There's your Omni Slash Mag. He's able to just walk away in the slither of health. They're still fighting. No one on the front lines with the punches onto Matumba Man. The armor's sticking up. Matumba Man trying to do his best, trying to get the crits out. They get the Stormhammer onto him. The Skewer as well. Bring it 2 back. The Remnant comes out. They'll find the kill. Pasha's in a bit of trouble. They've lost 2 already on the side of Vega. Matumba Man trying to chase this down. Blinks forward, but the Blink's out there as well from the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's going to be fine. And okay, Fighter's blinked him. Oh,
that's a bit aggressive.
That was a bit aggressive indeed. They'll look for more though. There's a buyback on the Quap. They want to try and find more than just the 2. Oh, slide to the left. He's going to be down. And the Sonic Wave from Fighter does actually end up killing AA. So the buyback allows them to get a kill, and they do hold on to half the health of this final melee barracks.
Yeah, during that entire fight, the Necrobook was hitting the racks the entire time. So the racks just lost half HP, straight up. And I think they could have killed Shadowfiend more quickly if they just brought out the MKB, but he opts to upgrade his Diffusal and still save buyback, so he's just going to try and farm up top and make sure that he can get this MKB and have buyback. Still worried about the positioning, because they've only got 1 melee Rax left on not too high HP, but I don't think Vega can really kind of split push it. I think they just need to 5-man the Rax if they want to get any damage, so there's still an opportunity for Liquid to take a fight. Buys Boots of Travel instead on the Jug, so he wants to be able to kill these creep waves to make sure that they don't end up getting swamped by creeps and then unable to defend their Rax as a result.
I think Vega, as we've seen with the slow siege, it's working out at this point. But it was a good defense from Liquid. Did cost them the buyback onto the Quap, but definitely worth it to get that kind of victory in that fight. And we're on to Kuroki. And moving in the RP bait, it's successful now. The Omni Slash melts through them both. There is the Aegis, they've got a second chance. Ice Blast to Kuroki. Oh, he wasn't right enough there. He will be able to walk off, but he's got the Ice Blast debuff on him. The Slider Fist does end up bringing him down. No one now in the center of it all. Have they got the control? Skewer, no one on the cliff. He's still turning and fighting though. Nearly getting the punches through with the Feast Grip onto Fada. He might just get the kill, and he does. That's going to be Fada down. Mutsuma Man trying to go for it, but there's the Ghost Scepter. They'll come out here with the Requiem. Mutsuma Man's getting caught out by the Slider Change, but they've got the Shallow Grave, and now look at the TP out. He's going to look for the TP out. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. He's going to get himself out. But they did lose 3, and this is 3 heroes without buyback. Maybe make that 4. Pasha comes in. That's Jerax down as well. It was a nice attempt from Liquid. It was a great RP. But they had the Aegis still on the Ember. They still were able to turn. And this could be game. Only Jug left alive. No Omni Slash. He's going to need to do something spectacular. And he's got the damage to do it. But this man's gone. Oh, there's a buyback.
Jerax is going to die before he can do much about it, so...
But
Timberman played really well this game, but I don't think much hope left.
I don't think they'll give in yet, though. They've got Empower. They're going to have Sven back up in 10 seconds.
They're working
Maybe
on the
they
tier
could
4s
try
now.
for a last-ditch attempt. They've got the RP back up in 15 seconds. I think there's one fight left in Liquid, and they're going to move in. They'll get kited out. Okay, this could be it. If Timberman goes down, and he might jest, and he will. The Raw to the face, he's gone. That's going to be
no
game.
buyback on him.
Yeah, mind control to fall as well. Kuroki, the last one standing, and GG is called. The series is taken 2-1 by Vega. There were some great defenses put up by Liquid, but Vega, with that Shadow Fiend and the recovery of Pasha. We saw the Ember Spirit pretty much sitting at the 4th lowest on the net worth. End of the game, he climbs his way back up to the top, and Vega just powering through and playing the better game at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think Mag was the star player of this game. He actually just solo killed this lane, got a Necro Book, they managed to fight around, even though they did some weird dives top where he got picked off, it still ended up getting him a Necro Book, a Blink Dagger. He caught out the Dazzle with like solo smokes, BTing behind enemy lines with the Hawk and things like that, going all commando, and they just weren't able to deal with it. They managed to get